All right, man, we out here. We're about to go do the 5-kilometer run on a Thursday night. All right, we got to keep it moving. All right, we got like 60 plus days left to July 25th, and the progress is a bit slow, but we're moving. We're coming along. The lowest I got so far was 229 pounds, and my run is getting faster. Because I'm losing some weight. Because I did 5 kilometers. The first time I did 5 kilometers was about 47 minutes for 5 kilometers. Yesterday was at 37. So it felt pretty good. I could have went faster, but I'm not in the race yet. But yeah, we're gonna keep it moving and try to reach these goals and become the best version of ourselves. All right, so. Do I want to do this? Probably not. Will I do it? Probably will. Because we're walking that way right now. And we're going to run this 5 kilometer. I wanted to do a bit longer, but it's about going on 6. So it usually take me about an hour, and I don't want to get back too late. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to push ourselves. And so now what I put into my my method is after I finish eating, I do at least 20 minutes to 30 minutes so I can burn all that glycogen, carbs, all that. And because they say if you do a walk right after you finish, you can burn. I mean, you can burn up to 50% of your carbs and your insulin. You can bring it down so they don't go into your fat cells. So that's one of the things I'm implementing now is just walking right away as soon as I finish eating. Walk around the block, walk around somewhere, so you get the 2-for-1 deal because your pores start opening and you can suck some of that insulin out. All right, so yeah, we're gonna get moving and let's go. See you along with the run. All right, one thing I got to say while I run this 5 kilometers out here, actually now I can talk while I run, is nobody is coming to save you. Nobody's coming to help you. You think somebody got me to come out here and run? Most people just say, just chill at home, watch TV, get you some delivery food, just call it a day. Because nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's gonna tell you to get off that couch. Nobody's gonna tell you to go run 5 miles. It's up to you. It's what you wanna do about it. And I chose to get out here and run. And that's where we out here. Do I wanna be out here? Probably not. I got other things I can do? Probably so, but I'm out here. All right. So nobody's coming to save you. Not your mom, your wife, your friends. It's up to you to push yourself. Now, I'm gonna push myself because some of the greatest people out there, they do things, they become successful when they're tired. You're not heard of any successful athlete, fitness person that made it to where they at without getting tired. Once you get tired, actually, that's when it really starts. I know some people, they go out and do push-ups, but they don't start counting until their muscles are fatigued. Once they're fatigued, then they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, if you want to get to your goals, you definitely have to be tired. You definitely have to push yourself to some limits. I mean, I'm not telling you you gotta come out and totally mess yourself up. It's just be consistent. Do it every day. Do something every day. So oh no, I forgot to start my mouth. But it doesn't matter. Because back in the past, I'll go out for a workout. I get downstairs, I'm all ready to go. And back then, my Fitbit wasn't working. It took a while to connect. So I waste like 30 minutes trying to connect my Fitbit because I was so reliant on the numbers. But now, I don't do that because before I would just go back upstairs and try to figure it out and say, I'll do it tomorrow. I know a lot of us do that. If something ain't going your way, I'll do it tomorrow. But who says you got tomorrow? Who says you got, it's guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed. Nothing guaranteed. That's why I do it now. Before I used to say, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. I start on the 1st. I start on my birthday. All this, it's just a way to trick your mind and delay. And we don't want to delay. You think we got time to delay? Especially if you're like 50 pounds overweight like me. I don't got no time to delay. I gotta keep pushing. But I gotta keep pushing. So that's where we're out here, pushing ourselves. So I don't know where you are in your journey, but just start it today. Don't even worry about it. Just start it. Trust me, you'll thank yourself at the end, because we don't rest in the middle. We rest at the end. Let's go. Fast as shit. We out here. We were just trying to be an example. I'm not the perfect runner. I'm not the perfect fitness person. But one thing I do got is to try to build that discipline. If I can build that discipline, anything's possible. Like my boy Kevin Garnett said after he won the championship with Boston, anything is possible. Let's go. All right, we out here. We got everybody out here. We got people all on the bikes, running, riding. But no matter what, the show got to continue. We out here, man. We out here. Wherever you at in your journey, let's go. Let's do it. No excuses, man. No excuses. They all can do it back there, riding bikes, jogging, everything. Yo, let's get it, man. Let's get it. I mean, I had my headsets on. I used to use that for motivation. And now, I have self-motivation. I push myself. I'm always talking to myself. I got this candy jar. Like, if you know David Goggins, you gotta have that cookie jar. And every time I try to pull out something out of the cookie jar to keep me going. And the cookie jar is, you know, how would I feel would I be able to fit some clothes that I haven't worn in like 3-4 years? Birthday present, people bought me shirts, pants. I can't even wear them because I'm too fat. Yeah, I can tell myself I'm fat. You know, when you go over people's relatives' house, they say, hey, Robert, you gained some weight. Damn, you fat, man. But the average person will get upset about that, and they'll get down on themselves. I turn it into motivation. Reverse psychology. Just like NBA players, basketball players, football players, they look for anything to get that edge. Somebody can say something about him, or somebody say, oh, I can guard him. I can guard Michael Jordan. And he'll take that personally and use it as motivation. And that's what I'm doing. So I actually motivate myself. Because the average person is up 6 o'clock in the morning, getting it in, you know, doing the things that he doesn't like, but he's doing it like he loves it. Because he probably would have one goal, is to be the best version of himself. And that's what we're trying to do. Because sometimes you just get sick and tired, man. Me, I just get sick and tired. It gotta be that one thing that pushes you over the edge. I listened to this motivational talk, the late Jim Rohn. And he had this one talk, he's like, I had it up to here. Because he was talking about a lady. She was like just wanted to get money from the husband. And the husband was like, for what? That was the last day she asked for money. She had it. She ended up becoming one of the most successful owners from a company. She went on to do great things. And she never asked for any money again, ever. That's the same thing with me. I had it. I had it going to work, looking in the mirror and seeing that bulge at the bottom like I got a baby. But now it's become normal. A lot of people are like that. So most people could just fit in and buy extra large clothes and just call it a day and it become normal. But it's not normal. Maybe society make it normal, but it's not normal. And that's why. That's one thing. I don't want to get complacent. Because trust me, when I gained this weight, it was very easy. Late nights, have your snack, you know, have a big meal. You're outside, McDonald's got a special Sunday. You go have that. And then when you're about to do good, they have another cinnamon roll, but this time it's Dubai chocolate cinnamon roll, which you never saw before. You eat that, and it just becomes a snowball effect. And it's up to you to put the brakes on. Some people can put the brakes on in a day. They go like, stop. Most people, it might take 2 weeks, months, 3 months, and by the time they look down, they're a whole nother person. They're looking like a baby, like they got a baby. They're just out of it, and then they get comfortable. Maybe the wife, the family, they get used to you like that. So you have no more motivation to really get yourself back in shape. That's why I said, nobody's coming to save you. You gotta get out there and do it yourself. Save yourself, man. That's like they say when you're on a plane and the plane is going down. They always say, put your mask on, then you can help your friends and family next to you. But if you put the mask on, you save your kid. I mean, it can go vice versa, but you want to quickly save yourself. And that's the same situation here. Because maybe your wife, your kids, they may not be in that same situation like you. Or, you know, trying to get healthy. Like I was talking to one of my colleagues, we're both on the same journey. And it's how much discipline do you want it? I mean, I can cut carbs, I can watch my calorie, but me, I don't want to do it the slow way. I want to do it consistently and at a high level. That's what I'm built for. I think when I was in the Army, it really taught me to, as being an infantry soldier, being out in the cold, sleeping in the woods, you know, eating out of a MRE, a ready-to-eat meal. It ain't the best. And you're out there for like 30 days, dirty, cold, you know, prickly heat, scratching, mosquitoes, bugs, everything. And you get through that. It just takes you, gives you life lessons. Like, you could do it, man. You could do it, I'm pretty sure. You can find something in your cookie jar that's gonna push you. That's what you gotta do, get that cookie jar. Not the chocolate chips, not the Oreos, the cookie jar. All right. Oh, I think my timer all messed up. I didn't even start it again, but it doesn't matter, man. All that matters, calories burned, feeling good. You canceled the workout, you did it. That's what we're trying to do. We're gonna run all the way. This is a running blog. Let's go. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Because 3 weeks ago, I couldn't do this. I could not run and talk at the same time, or I'll pass out. But now, I ain't going super fast, but we at it. Because I feel like I got to get that message out there. Because I know there's one person gonna take this information. I may get like 10 views. That 10th view, that 5th view, changes somebody's life. I might not even know it. They might be all the way across the world, but they saw this video and they took action. Never commented, never reached out, never told me their success story, but it changed their life. And that's what I do it for. Because I definitely ain't getting rich with 10 subscribers, 30 views here and there. It will grow over time. But the point is, I gotta keep myself accountable. That's why I do these videos. I gotta stay accountable, because I'd rather do it on the YouTube. Because if you go to your family members, they can say, oh no, it's not gonna work out. They'll shoot your confidence down quick. And then you'll be back at square one, doing it all over again. So, let me get past these people. So, sometimes it's good to just keep it to yourself. Because some people are gonna be like, let me see it first. If I see you do it, then I'll do it. You gotta start doing it now. Don't worry about the people around you. Because guess what? They're not gonna be the one with the diabetes. They ain't gonna be the one struggling with their health, blood pressure, everything. They're not gonna be the one. You're gonna be the one. Because they'll always say, if you got the keys to the exam, There's no way you should fail. And this is the keys. I'm giving you the keys. Because I have a lot of knowledge. But guess what? What would that be like? You have all the knowledge, and then you're in the hospital because you neglected your health. How's that look? You gotta take care of yourself first, because nobody's coming to get you. Because you want to be the best version of yourself. And the only way you can be the best version of yourself is take action. Don't look for compliments. Don't look for, good job, Robert, good job, you did a good job. No, none of that. You're doing it for your own good. Building that discipline in your mind. That's what we're doing. Let's go. That's a wrap. 3-mile run. Well, 2.4 on the scale on the Garmin, because I've got to stop a couple times, but at the end of the day, we got it done. Now, you know the routine. Go back, get in the jacuzzi, cool down for a little bit, and yeah, another success. Because I didn't go walking this morning or any exercise, but still disciplined. I was comfortable at home, but we still go out and get it done. So that's what it matters. Rough one. But actually, I did feel pretty good. You know, for the first mile, I was trying to get my camera to work, so I'm like jogging, still jogged at 13 minutes, because trying to get the camera to work, but we figured it out. That's what we do. So wait for the light to change. So let me show you where we at. I always end up here, going right down there, get in the pool, and that's a success, man. That's a success. That's what it's about. Push yourself, feel happy with the outcome, and we feel happy with the outcome. And guess what? It's Friday. Do it all over again. Because in this business, in this journey, I gotta have short-term memory. I gotta be able to get up tomorrow morning and do it again like I never even ran the previous day. Because at any point, even if we don't succeed, but guess what? My goal is like 180. If I just get to 190, still good. Still reach the goals. So that's why sometimes I gotta be delusional. You gotta be delusional sometimes. You gotta like, we really think that's possible? And in everybody else's world, maybe it's not possible. But in my world, anything possible. Anything is possible. And I can now understand why all these athletes, they have this, like Kobe Bryant has this mumbo mentality. It's like you just block out and you try to be the best version, and that's where you're at. All right, now that's a wrap now. Just got finished the hot tub or jacuzzi. Cool my body now. But yeah, another day in the books. I know I ramble a lot, but at the end of the day, this is my journal. I can look back on these YouTube videos for other people to see, for myself, and see the journey, the process, because a lot of people like to see the finished product. That's all fine and dandy, but I want to know the process. I want to know, how did they get from A to B? What was the setbacks? What was the failures? You know, what was the light bulb that went off where they could turn that corner and go from A to B, A to Z, quick as possible? Those are things I want to know. That's what I want to learn. And so that's why I'm shooting these videos, so I can look back and see what was that total process to get me to where I'm at and where I'm trying to go. All right. So you may be that person. You may be that person right now sitting on the couch, you know, contemplating, or you might end up having that moment. You might go to work, a family reunion, a birthday party, a company gathering, and somebody say, "What happened to you, man? You got so big." That might be the moment that really changed your life. I mean, you don't want it to be a health scare, but it's gonna come in some kind of form, and you're gonna have to take that and turn that into motivation, turn it into discipline, and to get yourself to where you need to be. Because that's what it is for me. I mean, I had a lot of those moments, but now, I think I just fed up, man. I really wanna get back to the way I'm supposed to be, you know? Because sometimes a lot of people, they get carried away, they get family, they got work, they got stress, they got kids, they got so many things going on, they just lose themselves. But that's the thing that you don't want to do. You don't want to really lose yourself and let it get away, because you want to live, you know, in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, you know, having to, you know, deal with a lot of health problems. I mean, there's gonna be stuff that's stuff that you can't control, but the stuff that you can control is what you put in your mouth, what you do with your body, you know, how you take care of your body. That's something you have control of, and that's one of the things I take advantage of it, because there's gonna be things that we can't control, but things that you can control, that's what you control, and you take ownership and start putting that discipline and start, you know, working your way towards your goals. You don't want to try to accomplish everything overnight. You know, run a marathon tomorrow, then after that you don't do nothing for like the next 6 months. I'd rather break that marathon up over like 6 months. You know, 3 miles here, 5 miles here, 2 miles here, 4 miles here. You know, sprint workout here, a mile workout here, and it all adds up. So, yeah, man. So that's what it's all about. That's why I started this channel, Fashion Shift, so I can, you know, take accountable. Because the fasting shift is, you know, we're fasting at the same time, and we're shifting that mindset so we can actually, you know, shift the way we think, shift the food that we eat. You know, now I used to cook in a lot of vegetable oil, seed oils. I switched it, I shifted. Now I do avocado oil and olive oil. I try not to eat out so much. I try to, you know, just make those small steps, like James Clear, Atomic Habits. You make one habit every day. You just try to improve every single day, improve. And over 1 year, you will get to where you want to be. And that's what we're doing. Because years goes very, very fast. It's not like back in the day, a year is like really a year. Now it's like a year, it seems like, you know, 6 months. It seems like 5 months. It's very fast. So you will, if you just be disciplined, that year will come back very fast. And so that's what we're trying to do. All right. So Fashion Shift, we out here, we doing it, you know, motivating, dedicating, you know, and that's all I want for everybody out there watching these videos. It might be only 10 views, it might be 30 views, you know, I might hit 1 million on them. I don't know. Nobody knows. All I know is every day I'm gonna press record, I'm gonna share my thoughts, and whatever you take out of it, you take out of it. It is what it is, but we're out here, man. Fashion Shift, let's go.